I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So I'll be going for Bud. If he fight Canelo.
Maybe he's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants.
After joining Terence Crawford in training camp prior to the eagerly anticipated bout with Canelo Alvarez, Errol Spence Jr. has finally spoken out. In his first remarks since joining forces with his erstwhile opponent, Spence commended Crawford's mentality, work ethic, and focus heading into the most important battle of his career. The two have drawn attention in the boxing community for their surprising alliance, which demonstrates respect for one another and a desire to create history.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. It's simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And there's any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Prior to his major bout with Canelo Alvarez, Spence Jr. has expressed appreciation for Crawford by referring to him as a strong dude. Spence, who suffered a lot of injuries and had trouble scheduling his bout in 2023, summed up Crawford's strength in the ring with just 2 words. He said that Spence thinks Bud has a genuine chance of succeeding because Canelo once advanced in weight, exactly like Crawford is doing now.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So I'll be going for Bud. If he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
So recently, Errol Spence just backed Terence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez in the upcoming fight, September the 13th. And now you got a whole lot of people making a whole lot of noise about it, which is crazy because if y'all remember, Errol Spence, he been calling out Canelo Alvarez for years. Remember when Canelo Alvarez was still at 160, Errol was saying that he'll move up to 160 just to fight Canelo Alvarez. I guess because he's seen something in Canelo that he can exploit. And being as though that Terence beat the shot at Errol Spence last year, I guess he felt like he can do the same thing to him too.
BI, going up to weight classes to challenge Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed super middleweight title on September 13th, 2025. Crawford is taking a significant risk in an attempt to create history. This battle is regarded as one of the most significant in boxing's. Crawford, however, made it apparent that he is not interested in a rematch with Spence Jr. He just turned down the proposal.
Terence Bud Crawford is aiming for a Canelo Alvarez clash at 168 to become undisputed for a 3rd time in a 3rd weight division, something that has never been done. They're talking about Canelo Alvarez's 2 fights this year in May and September is going to be potentially versus Jamal Charlo and Terence Crawford in September on the back end. For Canelo, of course, we want to see him fight David Benavidez, David Morrell. Dig what I'm saying? But so I know, this might not be what y'all want to see from Canelo, but for Terence Crawford, I like the idea. It looks like Errol Spence is gonna do other things as opposed to fighting Terence Crawford in a rematch. So Terence Crawford in the gym right now, getting ready, staying prepared. And I would like to see him challenge himself versus Canelo. He done did everything else in the sport. And I mean,
Bernard. Hopkins emphasized how viciously Crawford defeated Spence in their last bout, comparing it to 3 fights. in 1 and taking 4 fights out of Spence, Hopkins highlighted that as an experienced combatant. He understands how a boxer's career can be ruined by such a severe beating, or at least by important peak years. Damage can reduce a fighter's trajectory, even if it might not be visible right now.
Crawford. Believe Crawford, even though, fought twice, throughout the year, Crawford, was...
But look where he beat.
Undisputed.
Look where he beat. Look where he beat. What he did to Spence and how he did it. That's 3 fights to me. And it took 4 fights out of Spence, right? I'm a fighter, so I can tell you when you get punished like that.
Yeah, I was there ringside watching the fight.
It takes a few years out of you. Don't see the years right now, but it sort of takes something out of that person going forward. They still can beat some fights, but it really put a bruise on him. You didn't see Spence fight yet, did you?
No.
Did you hear him name opponent for him to potentially fight? It's been quiet. You see the weight he gained?
Shocker Stevenson doesn't mince words while foretelling this epic battle. He maintains that Crawford might possibly be able to halt Canelo in addition to defeating him. Stevenson has long maintained that Crawford is the better fighter due to his power, southpaw mobility, and boxing IQ. And for years, he has been outspoken about it. He has stated unequivocally that Crawford can stop Canelo, and more strongly, that Bud will cook Canelo, implying that a possible knockout is within reach. Stevenson believes that Crawford's skill and flexibility could make an unexpected victory feasible.
I think Bud gonna cook Canelo. I think he's gonna cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, in certain fights,
boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would like apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's like physically kind of big, but like height wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so. No.
Corey, how you got a decision to stop this? Because Bradman and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop it.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and him got on the phone and talked about it, but I think that's possible. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud could crack too. So
the actor and martial artist Michael G. White, who played Mike Tyson in the HBO movie, boldly supports Crawford over Canelo in their upcoming fight. In an interview, White said that Canelo was not the favorite and likened the fight to the Mayweather-Canelo fight, citing Crawford's quickness and unorthodox technique as his advantages. He commended Crawford's ring craft and quickness, seeing him defeating Canelo in a manner similar to Mayweather's, even though Canelo had improved.
Canelo versus Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Do you feel that Canelo's going to win?
No.
Really?
No.
So you would put your money on Crawford?
Yes.
You'd make money. Just put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Crawford's going to beat him?
Because Crawford could find people to fight like Canelo, who is amazing. Canelo has he evolved. I saw how he evolved defensively and everything. I just don't think he's as fast as Crawford. And I think Crawford is just a little step ahead as far as movement is concerned. And so I think it's going to be Mayweather Canelo Part 2. That's what I think. Crawford ain't going to knock him out, but I don't know if Canelo's going to land very solidly on Crawford. Canelo's way better now, but I still think there's an edge. It won't necessarily be exactly like that, but I think he'll edge him out point-wise. All you need is that little bit of an edge, and I think Crawford has that.
Antonio Tarver, a former champion, to express a daring viewpoint over the next bout. Crawford can withstand Canelo's strength at 168 pounds. He thinks he can defeat him. Tarver notes that Crawford is a skilled boxer, but the main concern is whether he can withstand the powerful blows that come with lifting a heavier weight. Tarver is certain that Crawford will have the advantage to pull off a major upset if he can handle Canelo's strength. This includes speed, ring smarts, and precision.
Terence got to be Terence, bro. He's a real Deep thinker. He processed fights like nobody else. And he's processed this Canelo fight. He's seen it. He went through it 2 or 3 times already. He knows how this ends. You can tell the way he shadow boxes. He visualizing Canelo being right there in front of him. You understand? Look at the movement. That's all you got to do. Look at the movement. And that's the type of master boxer that Canelo is going to be facing. And the only thing I say is Canelo hasn't faced an opponent like this in a long time. You know what I mean? I think Canelo's going to have to go back to the Caleb Plant fight and look that good, that active, that, you feel me, moving with that type of grace to beat Terence Crawford. Because weight ain't going to make the difference. It ain't going to be the weight. It's going to be the skill set.
In contrast, Israel Madramov, who was defeated by Crawford in 2024, provides a brutally honest assessment of Crawford's upcoming super middleweight bout. With Canelo Alvarez, it's a completely other weight class, he remarked. I believe Canelo will prevail by choice. Madramov cites size as a deciding factor, arguing that Canelo's physical advantage at 168 pounds outweighs Crawford's strength, knowledge, and experience.
If 12 rounds, Crawford win, I think.
Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, what do you think about that fight if they did fight? Looks like it's up for September.
Good fight. You know, if 168 pounds, I think it's Canelo, but it's Canelo better technique because 50-50. If 12 rounds, Crawford win, I think. If knockout, it's Canelo.
What makes Crawford so difficult to fight against?
He has power, smart, in more practical.
He has more experience. He's very experienced.
Crawford will have an easy night, according to former world champion Amir Khan, who has faced both boxers. He claims that Crawford is much more difficult to hit than Canelo ever was, highlighting Bud's unique combination of exceptional technique, precision, footwork, boxing IQ, and SLICKNESS.
I think that Crawford could beat him because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for. I think that fight, if it does happen, as long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo, and he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so that would be a very good fight.
You fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them?
Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you could see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
Khan acknowledges Canelo's strong blows, but maintains that Crawford also delivers heavy blows and that timing may be on his side because Canelo has changed since 2016. Khan predicts that Crawford will win the bout handily if he can avoid being caught by Canelo's heavy blows.
With Canelo, is it so substantially bigger than all the other fights?
It was like ×4.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
×3, 4, yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Crazy money.
He's such a draw,
so
isn't
when that deal was put to me, and I was like, it was about like 11 M.
Wow.
Plus pay-per-view.
I didn't even want to talk to them.
11, 12, call it. 12,
we appreciate that for the second.
Absolutely, yeah.
11, 12 million, yeah. So when you look at that, you think, if I had to look at it this way, if I had to fight, I have to fight Danny Garcia, Kotelnik, Zab Judah, Peterson, and maybe like a Greco, 5 fights.
All to make that much dough.
No, and that's not it's not the fight that's hard. It's the training camps.
Yeah.
So when you get an opportunity like that, you're gonna take it because you know that it's only one fight. Whereas instead of you taking 5 fights, now Canelo knocked me out, fine, knocked me out with one shot. You know what I mean? But you probably take more damage than all them.